recording.
It is Saturday, the 25th of July. It is free RPG day all around the world. It is very nearly Gen Con. It is about the busiest time it can be if you produce content about role-playing games, and we all have new character fatigue from having made a million different characters over Lockdown Legends. So we thought what we'd do is make some more RPG content, play some free RPG Day stuff, and make some new characters. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Yeah, hello.
We are doing something special today. This is a special episode, not one of our Monday episodes. We have gathered some of the team together to play a brand new adventure. It is not the full team. We have not got Ross. He is off at a party. I've had some photos of him celebrating, and I can tell you he is having a very good time.
I'm Ross. I'm at a party.
Oh yeah, it's my friend's birthday party.
That is exactly how he sounds.
Yeah.
It's not. We have not got Drummond. Drummond is doing family things. But what we do have is we have Mr. Colin Hubbard.
Hello.
We have Mr. James Lockhart.
Greetings.
We have Mr. Scott Wilson Besgrove.
Hello.
And we've got Candice with us. Hey, Candice.
Whoa.
Hey, guys.
Dropping that in there.
Welcome to the show. If you are a regular Dangerling, you will know Candice. You will know her from Discord, from everywhere. If you are a follower, I would say, of many indie geek things in the UK, you will probably have crossed Candice. You are like
Certainly,
the ultimate support.
If you've been to a comic convention in London, or indeed elsewhere, you've probably seen me in Comic Village.
Exactly, a
You
mainstay.
You won't have seen her with the new hair, unless you've ever had this exact shade of purple hair before at a con.
No, I haven't. I've never been
There you
purple
go.
before.
It's pretty epic.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Thanks.
As the publisher of my comic book series is very fond of pointing out to me, Candice has sold far more copies of my comic than I have ever sold through passing it on to people. Because she's very good at selling comics, and I'm very bad at selling comics. But you are joining us today because you are not only a listener of the show. We should say you are one of our best gaming friends as well. You play in a Starfinder campaign with a bunch of us. You play in a Carbon campaign that Ross runs for us every week. So we game together all the time. We game together off air more than we game with each other on the show.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of it. So it is good to be able to get you on. So what we're doing today, today's Free RPG Day. Free RPG Day is something that happens every year where publishers send out special copies. There'll be special adventures, sort of small products. Sometimes they do custom dice sets, little original things that go out to gaming stores all over the world. Participating gaming stores can then run events, play lots of games, bring people into the store, and help encourage people to support your local store, basically, and get free stuff. And while you're there, you can pick up some of these free adventures. Obviously, this year, it has been very challenging for it. And the whole idea is to try and bring loads of people into your store. And right now, you can't bring loads of people into your store. Despite that, it has gone ahead. And despite that, 2 shops in London have done it. Ludaquist in Croydon and Leisure Games in Finchley, and we'll give a special shout out to Leisure Games in Finchley because they are the ones who have sorted us out for this. Despite the fact they can't run big events, they are still giving away their free RPG Day stuff, and among those there is a Pathfinder adventure. Among those there is an adventure called Little Trouble in Big Absalom, which is a short Pathfinder adventure which is going to focus on some of the new ancestries that will be coming out at Gen Con in a week. And it is a very silly and very fun adventure, a bit like the Goblins one we did exactly a year ago. It's been a mission to get it. So this morning I got a train down to Finchley. Colin set out in the rain.
You didn't go
his
to
bike.
Finchley? What are you talking about?
No, I didn't go to Finchley. I tried. I went halfway to Finchley. Sorry, to where Colin lives. There we go. I neatly avoided giving away where you live.
Yeah, exactly.
I went halfway there. Colin cycled in the rain to Leisure Games. They very kindly put a copy aside for us, gave it to him. He was able to ride back, hand it off to me. I've read it on the train on the way over, and now we're here on Zoom about to record it. I think this is the least prepared. It's not the least prepared we've ever been for a record, let's be honest.
If you can imagine if you can imagine listening at home, you know, in the Olympics when you've got that baton and you're running along the track and then you pass it to the next person and then they carry on running towards the finish line. It was nothing like that. We we kind of met on the street and went, "Hey man, what's going on?" And then I gave it to him and then we had a chat and then he leisurely walked off. Dan did. So but you can imagine it in your mind that we were running if you want to. That's up to you. We don't mind.
Weirdly exactly how all the relay races when I was a kid in school would go for me, which is why I was never picked for the sports day team. But nonetheless, we have managed now to bring this home. We've managed to hopefully bring this adventure. So if you want to do Free RPG Day today or this year, there are still some shops doing it. Look it up online, see if there's a shop near you that is doing it. What a lot of places are doing, because they can't have big events, is they'll let you reserve a copy and come in and pick up the thing you want at some point during the week. So do get down there, do pick up this stuff, because it's all original, it's all unique stuff. There's a Kids on Bikes special edition. Kids on Brooms, which is like Harry Potter themed. There's Roll20 vouchers. There's all sorts of fun stuff. And get down there and buy stuff as well. Support your local gaming stores, because goodness knows they have taken a hammering in the last few months. And if you have to pick stuff up and get it sent, buy something online, you know. Do something like that. Because trust me, I've been trying to order roleplay books through Amazon during all of this, and it has not been fun. So just buy them from your local store.
Yeah.
You've got a better chance of getting them on time. Shall we have an adventure?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So our story begins, as you might suspect from the title, our story begins in the city of Absalom. But specifically, it doesn't begin in the city of Absalom. It begins below the city of Absalom, down in the great caverns underground where the Kobolds live. Kobolds are a proud and noble race, descended from dragons, and they will tell you nothing otherwise. They are definitely descended from dragons, and they have been carving out an existence for themselves below the streets, often maligned. Frequently their homes are invaded by bloodthirsty monsters from above, giants who burst in and slaughter them to try and steal their treasures, and somehow the Kobolds have still managed to cling on and are hanging in there. And this particular tribe that we are dealing with today are called the Hookclaw tribe. It's a group of goblins, a society of goblins living under Absalom. Now they have been carving out a hard-scrabble existence for years, your tribe. They are one of the smallest ones, getting by on whatever meagre resources that they can get hold of, and constantly overshadowed by the sewer dragons, who are the greatest kobold nation in Absalom. They rule most of the underground. The Hookclaws only have a small corner of it. But all of that is about to change, because furious rumours have gone through the Hookclaw tribe as of recently, stating that a great treasure has been uncovered, that kobold diggers have uncovered an ancient tomb filled with glorious treasures, enough to bring about a golden age for the Hookclaw tribe. And so we join our story outside of this tomb. There is a great fanfare. There are many goblins playing bugles to welcome in the great heroes who have volunteered to step up for this mission. The ruler, the tunnel master of the tribe, Micnac, who is the master of the tribe, is stood. He's an old kobold with white hair, leaning on a staff. He is stood by a great cave entrance that has boards pressed up across it, and from within you can see a tantalizing light creeping out. Stepping up to this great fanfare are 4 kobolds. James, would you like to tell us who the first kobold to step up is?
Certainly, yes. It is a kobold, so they are small and, as Dan said, dragon-ish looking, sort of little lizardy chap, red eyes. This particular kobold is wearing white sort of linen trousers and black and white tabard with a little ocarina, which is, if anyone knows Zelda, that little sort of pipey tune thing. He's got a short sword, and he's got a sort of rather knackered-looking copper ring on his finger, and a black scarf. And his name is Rin.
Rin.
Just so you know, I went to buy a ocarina for someone as a gift, and
of course you did.
Right, and when you buy one, all of the ocarinas come with the Zelda theme tune, like on sheet music. It's really hard to buy an ocarina without Zelda being like part of it for some reason.
I mean, I think it's pretty much the only time in popular culture that ocarinas have been used in a famous way. I can't think of any other ocarinas that have ever made a big sort of impression. Can you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ocarina, anyone? No. So, Ocarina of Time. There we go. That's it. That's literally it.
That is the one thing they are famous for. Excellent. Okay, so we have one Colin. Colin, who else have we got?
So we've got a little kobold again. He's got kind of bluey, scaly skin. He looks really cool, actually. He's got like a two kind of things coming off the top of his head, probably bones or something. They look like big ears, but he's look really cool. And he's got like a chef's, what looks like a chef's uniform on, which is quite long. And then he's got like a tablecloth over the top of that, which is kind of red and white checked, which is kind of cool. He's got like a nice gold band around his wrist, on his left hand, on his right shoulder. He's got a nice bit of armour, carrying a halberd, which is basically a kitchen knife sellotaped, well, not sellotaped, but strapped with a bit of leather to a stick. He's really cool, and his name is Samik.
Should say we're using the pre-made characters that come with this adventure. You get 5 different characters you can pick from.
Oh yeah,
and these are good descriptions of the art. The art is really good.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good.
It is wonderfully fun. Scott, who is the next person to come wandering up?
This next one is also a kobold, and continues the sort of wedge-shaped head as popularised, I believe, by Wayne Reynolds when he first did the revised kobolds for the updated Pathfinder stuff. That seems to be a trope that's been carried on through. And a good trope it is too, for Grimnir, as this kobold is called, also continues that wedge-shaped reptilian head, red eyes, and a lovely pink shirt, over which there is a jacket I firmly believe has little wings sewed onto the back.
Amazing.
That's wonderful.
I want that jacket.
Yeah, man.
You probably already got that jacket somewhere.
I probably have, actually, yeah.
Well, they're dragons, you know that. And of course, last but not least, Candice, who's our final kobold?
So she is a white-looking kobold. She's got little spectacles perched on the end of her snout. She is carrying a wooden log that is being shaped into a shield that she's got on her back, and she has a trowel that has been sharpened, so it's looking quite deadly. And she's got a little cat next to her that is not looking very pleased about being there.
Ooh. And what is this kobold's name?
And she is called Isni.
Isni. Excellent. All right, 4 great and mighty kobold heroes, I'm sure. So as you step up, Rin, Isni, Grimnir, and Simik, you step up to Miknik, who is the tunnel master. He leans on his staff, and he says, "Heroes, noble warriors of kobold tribes, this could be the greatest day in the history of our people. Beyond these doors could lie untold treasures. We implore you, travel on, gather this great treasure and return it to our people, so that we can truly be the greatest nation and overthrow the sewer dragons who strive against us, and one day reach our true destiny of finding a dragon to be our king or queen. We're not picky at the moment. We'll even take a sort of marquise. That'd be fine as well. Will you accept this deadly challenge, heroes?"
Yeah.
And that's the end of our adventure.
Yeah, we will, yeah. Yeah, I will, yeah.
That was so funny, all of us just like looking into...
Is it going to be dangerous?
Yes.
Oh,
It
good.
will be
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
but you will be given standard kobold hazard pay. You may keep anything you find.
Well,
I haven't
I'm
really
in.
worked out how that means that you'll bring back any treasure for us, but that's the deal we've made.
That's kobold law. You can't argue with that.
If I find any mushrooms, can I keep them for myself?
You may.
Thank you.
Can I take my toys with me?
Which toys would you like to bring?
Well, I've just got 2 little wooden toys and I take them everywhere I go, so I don't want to leave them, you know. Like to
Fine.
keep them. Thank you very much.
But if you lose them, we're not going back for them.
Oh, come on.
No, you look after them.
All right, I'll hold on to them so tight.
If I find them, can I keep them?
No, they're mine.
Oh.
Please
all right,
don't
fair
take
enough.
me toys.
No,
Anyway,
I wouldn't take them, no.
Let's go and find a bit of treasure, a bit of dragon, let's go and find a leader.
Very good. And with that, they blast a furious fanfare on the bugles, and the kobolds remove one of the planks, covering up the entrance to this ancient-looking tomb. And you step through the stones into a sort of stone chamber. This smell of earth and neglect just hits you as soon as you step through that. There's a smell of sort of musty smell, like no one has been down here in a long while. Your eyes adjust. I mean, you have dark vision, but it's a little bit of light in here, so you start to see in colour for the first time in a while. Start to adjust to the colours of it and start to look around, and you can see that there are great swaths of expensive-looking fabric hanging from the walls of the tomb. There are huge wooden crates dotted all around the room, and piles of books and other luxurious-looking items crammed haphazardly on shelves. As you glance around, you can see big piles of furniture, an enormous cuddly bench. Looks like this belonged to giants. Huge people would have used this. Certainly not kobolds. And as you look around, you find there are some boxes that contain clothing. Some of the clothing is in fact kobold size. You find some pairs of shoes about the right size for kobolds. Maybe this makes you wonder whether kobolds served these giants before, in the whatever time they lived in before they were entombed.
Can Grimnir just look about the clothing to see if any of the other clothing that looked like it's kobold size also has little wings sewn onto it?
None of it has little wings sewn onto it. They are sort of small boots. They are lots of one-piece outfits.
Grimnir is gutted.
They do have little butt flaps, which is very convenient for a tail. You presume that is for a kobold tail to go through. You look around, looming the sort of a huge wall of barrels and boxes on the other side, and over in one corner a big pile of expensive-looking rugs, which, if you look really careful at, you think there is a very soft glow coming from beneath the rugs. You look around, the only way on seems to be through the tomb, past all of the various treasures, to where the enormous wall of boxes is stored up, that goes up to the ceiling, where there is a small gap that looks like you might be able to get through. What would you like to do, heroes of the Hookclaw Nation?
Right, first of all, have you seen all the colours?
I know.
I'm freaking out. I don't know about you.
Lovely. Yeah, look at the colours.
Yeah,
look at these shoes.
See all the colours, man.
Oh, yeah.
Rin runs forward and delightedly starts looking through the shoes, looking for a pair that emulate his boy hero from his magic book.
Ooh, I tell you what, give me a perception check. Let's see if
I will give you a perception check. Here we go. So, you have to bear with me just 1 second. We're on a slightly different thing. I can't see where it is. Perception +5. There we are. 20. Dirty 20. Let me find them shoes.
20.
Yeah.
You find a small pair of sort of brown leather shoes that look very much like the heroic pointy boots of your childhood hero.
Oh, hero pointy boots, like my hero.
He puts them on immediately. Puts them on in great delight.
Who's your hero?
Oh, it's the boy of legend. Have I not shown you my book?
No, you
see.
haven't actually.
Oh, look.
And Rin shows you a book. It's, as you would know it, as a child's book. About a young boy who has a magic ring and can call forth a dragon, going on various daring quests and adventures that children do. But to Rin, he's taken this as a very serious, his holy text is what he's based his entire personality around, and he shows it to you with great reverence. And
Look.
Oh wow.
Grimnir, just before taking that, just has a little look around the group and assesses which one in the team can read. It is all of us, right? We can all read, right?
You can just about all read. Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's got no words. They got spoiled by the water. But look at the pictures. The pictures tell 1,000 words.
Grimnir
Yeah.
says, and I do hate spoilers. This hero of yours was a dragon, right?
Well, he had a dragon. He could call forth. Yeah. And I get my powers from a dragon. The one that sleeps in Absalom Harbour. Yeah.
Yes, of course you do, like we all do. Don't go worshipping false idols.
Oh, no, I
Rin.
wouldn't worship him. I'm an emulator. I'd like to emulate, you see, yeah.
You're an elevator.
Emulator.
What's that?
No, not elevator. That'd be stupid. What sort of fancy word is elevators? You'll be talking about vending machines next. No. I'm an emulator.
Not in this world.
Yeah. No, not this one. No.
Oh, hang on a minute.
No.
I'm getting confused.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all the colour. Oh,
Yeah, I know. I'm
look at them
freaking out. I
colours.
don't know about you.
These shoes are some sort of, I don't know, mud.
No, have
Look.
you seen? Look, I've got a dragon as a toy. This is my toy. Look at this. This is a dragon here. Look at this. And he pulls out like a nice little wooden dragon. This is the dragon, Dr. Clive.
Clive.
Dr.
A hallowed
Clive.
name. Oh, my granddad was called Clive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's such a good
no.
name for a dragon.
I mean, it was spelled Clive, but it was pronounced Padumft. But still, yeah, Clive.
That's weird, that isn't it?
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Isnia is trying to persuade her cat to follow them into the room. The cat's just sort of sat looking at her with disdain. Come on, Pretheth. Come on, Pretheth. Come here, girl. Come on, Pretheth. Come on. Come to mummy. Come on, Pretheth.
out of interest, because kobolds are pretty small, how big is this cat in comparison to ours? Is it like Battle Cat
It's
to
it's
us?
cat size.
Like, yeah, I
So,
know, but
yeah,
kobolds are
it's-
pretty small. So is it sort of this giant tiger?
I mean, it's probably about, I don't know, up to my waist, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say that. You're
Giant
3 feet
tiger.
tall, so it's pretty big for a cat. It's pretty big. So there's this glow coming out from underneath some of the...
Oh yes, of course, we're doing something.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I was so excited about the shoes and Clive and a cat. There. Oh, I forgot
Dr.
what we were
Clive.
doing.
Dr.
Yeah,
Clive.
oh, Dr. Clive.
I am blown away by the revelation of like what a creature who has only experienced dark vision is like when they suddenly switch to normal and just see colour. That must be insane.
Shit.
So you see this, and you see the sheets and the tapestries move ever so slightly, and you can see some little insect-like faces peering out from it as 4 beetles come crawling out from under their hiding place. And
What are their
regard you.
names?
Oh, you're all
4 of them.
Come on.
My name's John.
All right there, yeah. I'm Paul.
Ringo.
My name's
They
George,
are
and
all-
I also play a guitar. Oh
They're all
no!
glowing.
They're
Except
doing
Ringo,
the,
who's just sort of a bit dimmer than the others.
Have we
but,
literally stepped into the yellow submarine? Like,
I was just going to say, yes.
Yeah.
the beetles regard you.
You can't just take it seriously with that.
It's a sentence I've always wanted to say on a podcast. As they crawl out, and you can see they're all glowing. So, but they seem unsure about you as they look amongst themselves. What would you like to do about the beetles?
Hello, little fellas. How are you?
Samik would like to pick up some stones, just a few stones, and just roll them in their direction. Just some rolling stones.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, Colin! I genuinely thought this was some sort of plan. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
No.
Shall we end the podcast there, or?
I think we peaked.
He's going to get. Does anyone particularly good at nature? I'll take a nature check to try
Isney's a druid, so.
All right. And you're talking to him. You're trying to soothe him.
Guessing,
Give us some-
yeah.
Go ahead and give us a little nature check. So you've got.
Nature. Oh yeah, I've got nature. Okay, nature check. Oh, it's good. It's a 15 on the dice, so that's a 21.
A 21. That is a success. You successfully soothe the beetles, which is good because as soon as they see the Rolling Stones, they immediately become hostile. They recognise their natural enemies.
It's a common
all
myth. They
feel
actually got on
some
really
need-
well, but anyway, we don't want to talk about that.
It's alright, little guys. It's alright. Chill out, guys. Come on now. We're not here to hurt you.
The beetles look around and then open their wings and flutter and just fill the room with golden light as they back away from you and then return to sit peacefully in the corner.
Oh, bugger me, look at that. So much colour. Oh.
It's just
Very pretty
the whole
colour,
room
isn't it?
fills with just this incredible light. And they
They
back away.
must be tiny dragons that have some. And Grimnir's trying to place this in the hierarchy of things that are good and create power. Tiny dragons that are luminescent.
Yeah, we could call them golden bums. Yeah. That's got catch to, isn't it? Yeah, catchy, yeah.
The golden.
Like Scott the player wants to go with that so badly, and Grimnir the kobold hates it immediately.
Oh, golden bums. Yeah.
In the game version of this, like a little thing pops up and just says compendium edition entry added golden bums.
Yeah.
You've discovered them. So you've soothed the golden bums, who were a support act for the Beatles.
Yeah.
And you are able to make your way a little further into the tomb, where you are faced with a gigantic wall, huge woodland palisade that has been built out of different boxes and barrels and things. Looking around, you can see that there are lots and lots of bottles in them. There's like a huge rack in the middle of this wall that has loads of bottles sticking out of it, and lots of barrels that are all sealed up.
Can I
What would you
check
like?
to see what's in the barrels? They're sealed, aren't they? Is there any traces of residue around them or anything like that?
Give me a perception check.
It's an 11.
An 11. You find a residue leaking from one of the barrels. It is black and sticky, and if you smell it, it smells slightly sweet.
So, I believe what I've found here is molasses.
Bless you.
What's that?
Treacle.
Treacle.
Oh.
What's that?
Yes, a sticky substance used for flavoring things.
Yeah.
Can we taste it?
No. Yes, you can.
Well, now I'm confused.
It just won't help us get through this palisade.
Right. Can we fill up one of these bottles with it and take some with us just for a laugh?
Does it burn?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm
really
just
wish
asking.
it did.
I mean, yeah, I'm just asking. Fire's
No.
good, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hey?
I see that, yes, we should... yes.
Yeah.
To burn like the
Yeah.
dragons of old.
Yeah, well,
like the
yeah.
worshipful dragons who rule
Yeah,
the
well,
skies.
I just like burning, but yeah.
Very good, that's a great idea. Let us set this on fire. Can we set the treacle on fire? Is it treacle? I made that up. I don't even know if it is for sure.
So-
Haven't heard
so you know
DM
what?
confirmation on it.
You know what? We don't really do this in spin-off episodes. We haven't done it at all in Lockdown Legends. But Scott, danger point, because that is exactly what it is. It is a barrel of molasses
Nice.
Way.
that you've discovered.
Barrel of molasses.
I've
Have you
not
seen
been-
over the garden wall?
No.
No.
There's a great little song in it that's about potatoes and molasses that I was going to try and work in, but you haven't seen it. I'm not going to do it. It's fine. Somebody listening might have heard of the Garden Wall. That's it.
Well, we're taking your hero point away from that. There it is.
Fair.
Yeah.
First you give it,
So-
then you take it away.
Molasses.
That was kind of Edwin. What's his name? Is it Edwin Collins? Not Edwin Collins.
First you give it, you take it away. It's the Queens of Stone Age.
No, when James sung Molasses, he sounded like Elvis Costello. He was like, molasses.
We're
Elvis
all
Costello.
getting around the fact that Dan's being nice about this and going to tell us that molasses can't burn, and that's what we're getting to, isn't it?
I should have been using this time to Google it. No, I'm going to ask you how you intend to set fire to the molasses.
Well, I don't know.
I'm the spellcaster, but I haven't got any fire spells, so...
No, I mean, I can call forth the power of my watery dragon, but, it's a watery one, so there's no fire.
What? Your dragon...
I have a scroll of burning hands.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Does that just
I'm
make
sure
your
Dan
hands
can
burn?
tell me. I don't know, Dan. What does a scroll of burning hands do?
What you want to do is cover your hand with molasses and then cast that spell. We've got a torch for days. Torch for days.
Are we doing that thing where we don't go anywhere?
Yeah. And then we'll just pass through the rest of the adventure for the last 5 minutes.
Even for a spin-off adventure, this is the fastest you guys have ever tried to set something on fire. And I applaud you for it. It's narrowly beaten the Jess Foster Q episodes. So you take out your scroll. The scroll will cast Burning Hands, so it will send a jet of flame out in front of you, which has a good chance of setting fire to quite a lot of this stuff.
Everybody stand back.
Don't we want to keep some of it?
Is everyone sure they want me to do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure they definitely picked the right kobolds for a mission to get stuff. Yeah.
Samik's over in the other corner of the room just playing with his dragon and his knight. He didn't show this toy.
Nice.
But he's just playing.
What, you got someone who kills a dragon?
What's that? Oh, yeah.
What?
This is a knight.
What have you got a knight for?
Well, in my games, the dragon always kills the knight.
Oh, that's all right then, yeah.
This is Bertie, the knight. Bertie.
Grimnir's just had a hand raised above the knight toy this entire time, and then when Samik delivers that line, Grimnir just slowly puts her hand down, but remains glaring creepily behind at Samik.
Take that, Bertie. Take that.
All right, everyone stand back, please.
Right.
But behind me, further back. I don't want you getting hurt.
No, I want to see it.
Okay.
I want to see
right,
it.
everyone's safely back.
I'll
Okay.
feel it.
Right, I cast
Feel it on my
scroll
skin.
of burning hands.
Precious looks at you with doubt. And you take out the scroll of Burning
Precious,
Hands.
get behind me, Precious. Precious, get behind me. Good girl.
You read the words and then hold out your hands and you expel a jet of flame against this great wooden palisade in front of you, engulfing the barrels of molasses, which catch light and start to burn. Some of the wood catches light and starts to burn as well. A few of the bottles in it as the hot burning sugar, which I can tell you is super fun to have close by to you, starts to heat to an horrible degree. Some of the bottles shake and start to pop. The corks start coming off them and liquid starts hissing out.
Oh,
I think
look
we
what
can make
you
a move
did.
now. I
There's
think
a
we
rumble.
can maybe move on very quickly now.
Oh, you
will
did
need
that.
because there is a rumble, and the wall under the strain begins to suddenly topple forwards. So Rin and Isni, I would like some reflex saves from you, please, to avoid the burning, tumbling wall of hot sugar and wood.
Okie dokie.
It's really good from Isni. It's a 19 on the die, and I get a +5 to my reflex save, so that's a 24.
That is a pass for Isni. Isni will be taking half damage from this.
Are we going to say the thing?
Oh,
that you're
that's a
gonna-
natural one, so I'm going to guess it's a fail.
We're going to say
That
the thing,
is,
Candice. You're going to have to roll for the cat.
Ooh.
Gonna have to roll for the cat.
Oh dear.
Oh, precious.
She's
My
got,
precious.
she's got a
my
good
precious.
reflex score, so.
Good.
Ooh,
I'm
it's
just
not
gonna
as
find
good.
some more
It's
dice for
it's a
Captain
6.
Crit fail.
So that's a total of 12 for Precious.
12 for Precious. Okay, so we have
7.
three
That was a
different-
7 from.
A 7 with a natural
Yes.
1. So,
Yeah.
so that is a critical fail for Rin. That is fail for Precious, and that is a success, not a critical success for Isni. So Isni takes half damage. The cat takes full damage. Rin takes double damage. So he is just buried. Rin, who wanted to feel the heat, he feels the heat as he's covered in burning molasses. I swear I thought we were done with games where characters die within 2 seconds. Let's see. Alright. So, Candice, Isni takes 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Not too bad. The cat takes 10 points of damage. Rin, you're extremely lucky. Because it's not a basic save. So you don't take double damage from a crit fail. So you take 10 points of damage.
I mean, he'd be dead.
Yeah, 20 points. That's
Yeah.
they have.
He's already nearly dead.
Oh, there. It burns.
I'd like to point
It
out that
burns.
Precious is down
It
to 1
burns.
point.
1 hit point for Precious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grimnir knows that she should help at this point, but can't stop seeing the fire, which is clearly a gift from the dragons, and just flicking her tongue out in slight draconic arousal and being like, someone should help them.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, we haven't got a healer in the group, have we?
I have heal,
Okay.
being a druid.
Thank God.
Which I may cast on my cat now.
So we're going to save the cat. I mean, it's probably a good idea.
I mean, it's the only living creature I care about, so.
Now you
Fair.
get how this show works.
Just reading about heal, so.
Also, cat lovers out there will just hate
1d8
us if we don't save the cat.
So with heal, you can do. It depends how many actions you use for it. If you use a single action, it's 1d8. If you use 2 actions, it's 1d8 plus. I want to say 8. I will look it up. If you've got it in front of you, it'll tell you. And if you do 3 actions, it's 1d8, but it's an area. It's everything around it. So the 2 action one does the most healing.
Okay.
So the 2 action one, you should be
and
able
seeing as we're not in combat, I can just use as many actions as I
to do
want.
whatever you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. In that case, I would like to use the. Oh, do I want the? How many hit points did you take, Rin?
I took 10 hit points of damage.
I might do the
Same as
area
your cat.
one then. Yeah, I might do the area one so that I can give hit points back to Rin and my cat and me. Can I do that,
Excellent
please?
idea. Yep. All right. You
That
gather
was
together.
a fine solution to a palisade, I think. That was good.
Good. Yes, the plan is working. Good.
So I just roll 1d8, yeah?
You roll 1d8.
Okay.
Burn.
I love that
It's an 8. It's an 8.
Yay!
Amazing.
my own actual knowledge of science with regards to molasses matched a kobold's knowledge of science with regards to molasses. No idea what would happen in combustion with flames. No idea, not a Scooby. But now we know. You know what? Learning. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. No, sugar burns because it goes all liquid and caramel and like lava.
Yeah, but I guess I thought it just reverted to some kind of liquid form. I didn't think it would go to like on flammable fire. But that's
Well,
cool.
we found out.
I'm happy with the result. That's
We are.
fun.
Yeah. I'm covered in burning death. Well, I'm not anymore actually.
No,
It's
I
like-
so
yeah.
sweet.
It's like confectionery napalm.
They're supporting the Golden Bums, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They're really coming to their stride. The third album, I think, they're pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, they're on the punk stage.
Yeah,
So
Candy Cane Apocalypse. It's really.
I mean, Rin
that's a
smells
great
deli-
track.
Rin smells delicious now. That's the positive.
I could lick myself.
You smell like bonfire.
Isney would like to go over to Rin and just lick him.
How many? Yeah. Oh, lick away. Yeah. That's right. That's the taste of victory right
Quite
there.
nice, actually. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
It tastes like a crunchy.
Nice. I'll call this a Rinchy. There we are. I'm a Rinchy.
So you've defeated the palisade. You know what? We'll call that defeat. You've defeated the palisade.
Oh, we
You've
defeated it,
burned
all right. That's right. You burnt it.
Quite a lot of the stuff in it has been burned, but there is now a hole through the middle of it from where you've it's collapsed. And if you step around, there's still burning molasses, which will probably it's going to be like Centralia, isn't it? There's just going to be burning molasses in this tomb forever. And eventually, you're just going to have to abandon the city above.
Just on a practical note, so I got 8 hit points back.
Yeah.
Or was it more plus 1? Yeah, 8 points. Good.
Yeah.
That was worth it. That was
That was
definitely
totally worth it. Totally worth it. Definitely worth it. I regret nothing.
I mean, Precious is a bit pissed off with me now, but
Cats, man. Cats.
I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't want to get sticky molasses out of a cat's fur. I mean, that you're cutting that out.
just gonna shave it.
It'll
Excellent.
harden
All
on
right.
and then just be like some kind of bark skin spell after a while, you know? She'll
That's
be
true,
harder
actually.
to hit. It should raise her AC after a bit.
Yeah. Sugar armor.
All right. So where should we go?
Well, through
You
the
can
hole.
press on through the flaming chasm that you've built, that you've constructed.
Colin, imagine if we didn't. Imagine if we just turned around and went somewhere else. Spent half an hour setting fire to a wall. We just go, nah, let's leave it. Let's leave it. That was fun. All right.
Let's go find
I'm not
something
going
else
through
to
there.
burn.
It's full of burnt sugar. I'm not going through there. No.
Or we just sit there watching the fire. Like,
Some kobolds just want to watch the tomb burn. So you make your way through the chasm of fire, marking it on your map, and you find beyond a plain hallway. It's relatively clear of junk. And looking around, it reaches around the back of the tomb. You can see there are 2 rooms lying to the west. Their doors are open, and there are great swells of fungus growing out of them, which have kind of prized the doors open. There's carpet of fungus around the 2 rooms. The corridor seems to carry on to the south, where there is another wooden door which is closed. A huge, great wooden door designed for great giants. What would you like to do?
have
2
you
doors,
seen-
is that right?
2 doors. So you got 2 doors to the west, and you got a door to the south. The 2 doors from the west have been taken apart. They're rotted away. There's fungus growing out of them. They're easy to go through. The one to the south is a closed door.
Isney would like to go and examine the fungus.
It sure is a whole lot of fungus there. As you get close, give me a perception check.
Let me just check what her perception is. It's really bad. It's a 3 on the die. It's a total of 9.
A total of 9. Okay, cool. You go up and you have a look. There are indeed loads of fungi there. It seems to spread out. It seems to be mostly coming from the door, from the southernmost door of the southwest door, should we say? There's 2 doors on the west. It's the southwest rotten door most of the fungus seems to be coming from. And it seems to have grown out across the room and into the other room. And you peer down and have a look, but it's very hard to tell the difference between the different mushrooms as you look at them all.
I'd like to pick some of the mushrooms and just put them in my pouch.
Okay, you pick a random selection of mushrooms and you put them
Okay,
all.
then. I'll have a look at these later.
Oh, have you
Might be
got
some new species.
have you got mushroom in your bag?
James.
What?
James, I swear
What?
to
In
God.
it. In it.
James.
In it.
This is the 3rd show where that pun has been used.
Yeah, that's right. It's a running gag. Yeah.
I've got
we burn
plenty of
them?
room, thank you. Plenty
Let's
of room.
burn them.
Burn them. Which is like the peasants in that Monty Python sketch. Burn them. Burn them.
I want to get covered in burning pollen as well as this burning molasses now, which still hasn't quite gone out. It's still cooling, so I'm like, yeah.
Can Samik go and have a listen down at the other door? Down at the south.
Yeah.
All right.
Go and listen to the door to the south. Give me a percep.
While Samik's doing that, Grimnir just want to go over to Isni and just be like, tell us what you have found from the mushrooms on the floor. What are their secrets?
No secrets. They're just really tasty. As you know, I grow mushrooms myself. So yeah, I just thought I might find some new species of mushrooms. Maybe I can crossbreed them and get some new flavours. And yeah, I just thought it would be really tasty.
Samik got a disgusting 20.
Oh.
Nurgle's 20.
You listen very carefully at the door, and you hear very faintly, somewhere in the distance, you can hear a voice singing, a female voice singing. When will he return, my love? Oh, princess, when will he come back to me? You can hear the sound, and then some muttering. Meanwhile, as
Don't go towards the light. Don't go towards the light. Don't do it. Walk away.
it's like the bugs seem offended.
Oh, no, you golden bums. No, you're not. You got a lot of colour of fire.
Are the beetles
Did we
following
keep
us?
them? Are they just in
coming
our...
with us?
No,
They're
the
like an add-on.
beetles do not. The beetles don't go beyond the flaming chasm. They are. They're put off by the raging inferno of molasses.
Lame.
They're probably just going along their own winding road.
Oh, God. Help. Right, moving on.
You're a loser.
Into
That's another Beatles song.
great. With the mushroom rooms,
Is that another
is it
Beatles?
just like a carpet of? Yeah, it might as well be. Is it a carpet of mushrooms? Just literally, there's nothing but mushrooms just on the floor.
It's hard to. You'd have to sort of push the doors open to try and get into them to have a little look, and you might be able to find. Then you'd be able to have a look around. There is sort of a carpet of mushrooms on the ground. Like you got to sort of push through the mushrooms. It's not a mushroom forest, but it's a little carpet of mushrooms you have to go through to get to the doors.
Grimnir just appears behind Samik, who's been listening intently at the door and hasn't said anything. He goes, what did you hear? Have you heard anything?
I regale to everyone what I've just heard with the
Don't
singing.
go towards the light. Don't do it. Oh, and the singing. No, I thought it was a light.
Singing, eh?
No, there's no singing. That was the Beatles. Listen.
Singing is like stories, and stories like the one that you have in your book, which involves a dragon.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was like something about a princess, and there was, something
Princesses.
about when will he
Who are
come
known
back to me?
to be captured by dragons.
Yeah,
I've never understood that. Like, what would a dragon, what would a princess, eh? I mean, what's the practical use of that?
don't judge. Don't judge.
As far as I understand it, it is companionship.
Yeah.
Well, really?
We're
It's a
very
nice dog.
well educated, you see, Princess has. They have to be educated in several different formal etiquettes, and dragons are knowledgeable, for they have lived aeons upon aeons, and the only sensible conversation you can get is out of a really well-read princess.
Princess.
Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, probably. Let's go this way, towards the singing.
Yeah,
Oh,
can I make a roll? Is it is it open? Can you open it? Is it locked?
The door appears to be unlocked.
All right.
It's up to you if you want to try and unlock it on how, or if you want to try and open it quietly, or how you would like to try and
Yeah,
open
Samik would like to try and open it quietly.
it. Give me a stealth check.
Stealth. All right. Doesn't look like I've got anything in stealth. So
Excellent. So then
let's
it's just
see
a
what
straight up
happens.
dexterity check.
Okay. So that is not bad. It's an 18.
18. All right, that's pretty quiet. Which is pretty good, given that you can only just reach the handle of the door. You're able to sort of very quietly get it open, and gradually, silently open the door that you can barely just reach. Candice, as a new mother, I'm sure you're looking forward to the days when there is tiny people who can open doors silently in your house.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm really looking forward to waking up to find a face staring right at me. That's going to be awesome.
It's one thing I love about Drum's childhood is how he's been progressively more afraid of Willow as she's aged. Like, you can just see it.
Yeah, that's been the story of everyone I've known who's ever had kids. It's just like, yeah, you think they're bad when they're sort of toddling about, but it's when they can reach stuff, that's when they get trouble. It's like, not just the door, but they can reach things on the counter and take them, and you don't know.
I did that to my mum once, apparently. I was too young to remember it, but apparently I'd opened my door, gone into my parents' room, and my mum woke up with my fingers stuck inside her nose, because apparently she was snoring and I wanted to make this noise go away. She woke up and I was just like throttling her, just being like, "You're being very noisy, could you stop?" But in kids, you know. God. Quite dangerous, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a solutions guy. I'm a solutions kind of guy. I always have been.
That is an on-brand story, if ever there was. All right. You silently open the door and you sneak forwards and look at what is next. Next, you're entering a sort of more of a storage area, like an antechamber for the crypt. It's a gigantic hallway, and there are crates and furniture stacked up on each other, in which you can see lots of toys up on high shelves. Some chairs stacked up on top of each other, an old ugly duck sitting on one side, which just stares at you as you come in but doesn't seem to move, and beneath one of the tables a huge alligator lies asleep. Don't know how you know what an alligator looks like, but it looks like a kobold that's been stretched, and around it on one of the shelves.
That's a dragon.
That looks like more of a stretched kobold.
Well, that is a dragon, isn't it?
He's very cute, isn't he? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if he likes
Dragon
being
does not
stroked.
respond.
Do you reckon he wants to be friends? Or she?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I
Or
don't know. Well, you're not a princess, are you? Or are you?
I don't think
Are you a princess?
I think I'm a prince. I don't know.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him with the dragon and the knight.
I'm not a princess, no.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, they won't want you then.
All right.
They
Well,
like conversation and culture, don't they? Hey,
should we just
apparently.
go back then and look at that fire?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's
So
all
looking
about
around-
fire.
The antechamber does carry on further away from all of this stuff, but to do that you'll first have to get past the sleeping dragon.
What about ugly duck? Look at that.
The ugly duck is also staring at you.
Yeah, I'll stare at him back.
What do we want
Rin
to do?
starts staring at the ugly duck.
How does Precious react to the duck? Is what I want
Precious
to know.
hisses at the duck, and
No,
then
Precious.
moves close to you.
It's all right. I'll protect you. Don't worry. Nasty duck won't hurt you.
The duck does not react. It continues to watch you.
Yeah, scared. Scared duck, isn't it? Yeah.
Do not torment the ugly duck.
Why? But why?
I don't know, it just upsets me. Let us creep round this sleeping dragon and
that's
be
a-
done.
That's a surprising dash of empathy from you. I thought you'd be sort of a cold, heartless character, but you're quite sweet, really, aren't you? Hey?
Do you want us to make a
I'm
stealthy
sweeter.
roll?
Sweeter
I'd
since
love
I've
for you
been
to
in
make a
contact with you.
stealthy roll.
Sorry, Scott. I didn't mean to talk over you, bro.
That's okay.
All right, here we go. Stealthy rolls.
Are we stealthing, are we? All
I mean,
right.
that's up to you, molasses boy.
Yeah. Oh, he's rolling good today.
I mean,
That's
I was
12
I was going to see if
12
we
for
wanted to
Rin.
wake up the dragon.
Yeah, you can wake him up.
You mean you're a bit worried we're going to unleash the dragon, aka a popular Cisco song from like the early 2000s?
You don't want to make me.
Unleash the dragon.
I know you don't really want to.
Unleash the dragon. I'm putting it off because I rolled a 12 on my stealth and I know I'm going to die now, so that's why.
Rin also rolled a 12.
Did you want stealth checks from everyone, Dan? Sorry.
I mean, and you don't have to.
You can just
yeah,
bowl
no,
it in
with,
there if you want.
with some of those rolls.
Well, I need to roll for the cat as well. Isney got a 18, so she's got a total of 23 on her stealth. Unfortunately, Precious got a 6, so she's got a total of 12.
Oof, that's a whole lot of 12s.
3 of us rolled 12s.
I got an 18.
An 18 as well. The 2 of you are quiet, but 2 of you make a bit of noise as you creep in. One of you being the cat, or 3 of you rather. 3 of you, including the cat. Make a bit of noise as you creep through the door. The door lets out a creak, and just as you're walking, the duck turns and looks at Rin, who has been bad-mouthing it through the door, and just goes, "Mah, mah."
Yeah. Why?
And then from the shadows behind it, you hear, "Mah, mah, 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 mah," as 2 more taxidermied ducks come shambling out of the shadows, covered in dust, just dripping, just with clouds of dust drifting from them as they approach. The other duck hops down from the shelf, and the 3 of them approach menacingly, going, "Mah, mah, 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 mah." They look at Rin for a moment, and then go, "Mah," and rush you. And I would like everyone to roll for initiative to fight some ducks.
Taxidermy zombie ducks.
Get these ducks.
Taxidermy ducks.
Well, I rolled a natural 20 there.
Taxidermy
That's
zombie ducks.
looking good.
So
Sorry,
26 altogether.
Remind me what initiative
So,
is again in Pathfinder.
Initiative in 2nd edition is it uses your perception.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Unless you were doing something that could be applicable in this situation. For instance, a few of us were using stealth. Could we use that instead for our initiative?
Yeah, if you you know what? Yeah, if you're those of you if your stealth roll was better than your initiative roll, I'll let you use the stealth roll. Some of you got a 12, some of you got an 18. So
My
go
initiative's
ahead.
my
Otherwise,
perception's
roll a
better, so-
perception.
Yeah, I'll stick with perception. So Isney got a 16.
Okay. Pretty
I don't roll for
good.
Precious, do I? She goes on my
You
initiative.
don't. She
right?
goes on your.
Yeah.
She goes on your round. So Isney's on a 16. What else have we got? Rin, what you got?
Sorry, Rin got 14.
14 for Rin. Grimnir,
12.
12 for Grimnir, and Samik.
I got a 20, so 26.
Always with the good initiative.
It's usually
All
perception that I get, but I guess yeah. It's
So-
the same thing, isn't it? In this game.
Samik is the first one to act out of you, but 2 of the ducks go first.
What? What did they roll?
the ducks get 2 of the ducks get 23. And they
What? But you're
I
on
got
2
26.
separate rolls.
2 separate rolls. 2 of them got
Wow.
2 of them got 23s, and one of them got a 10. So
Wow, they are quick ducks.
Oh yeah,
Ducks.
these ducks mean business.
So I got 26 though.
You got 26, did you say?
Yeah. It was a natural 20, but it
Okay.
was 26.
Right. Okay. I only put it to 20. Okay. So in that case, Samik, you are the first one to act.
I'll hold my
go.
go. No, I'm joking.
Duck fight.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to use on the nearest duck to me. I'm going to try and use my power attack with my halberd. Yeah. So I get 2. If it hits, I get to roll 2 dice for my damage, which is great. Here we go, and that is it's a good roll actually. 26.
26. That'll do you.
All right.
In fact, that is a critical hit. So you
Blimey.
do double damage.
So that's 2d10s worth of damage that this. You're right there, James.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry about that.
That big bang
Just,
there that you can hear. That
I
was
was
James.
just adding some sound effects. That's the sound of your
Yes.
mighty blow upon that duck. Just,
Yeah, right.
That's how dedicated he is, an immersive actor.
Yeah.
Is he sympathised with that pain?
Okay.
I did.
Can you believe this? I could lie, but I'm not going to. I rolled 2d10s. Both ones.
Snake eyes.
So, 2 points of damage, and then I get 1 action left.
Don't you get some extra damage for your power attack?
Sorry, it's 2d10 plus 4. So, that is 6 points of damage. Sorry.
6 points of damage. I thought you get an extra damage dice for power attack.
2d10 plus 4 p.
Yeah,
So
and then it's a critical, so it's doubled. So 2d10 plus 4, so 6,
so
and then doubled to
12 points of damage.
12 points.
then.
There you go. That's a bit better.
That's better, isn't it, than 2?
It doesn't kill one of the ducks, but you run through it and you just skewer one of the ducks through the chest and just lets out a cloud of dust.
All right, I've got 1 action left, so I'm
All
gonna hit it again. That's not so good that time, but it's still an 18.
An 18 will do you. That's a hit.
All right, there we go. So another d10 of damage. Here we go. 8 points of damage that time.
8 points of damage, and you kill the first duck. Yeah! One of the duck comes running in, just runs straight onto your spear.
Duck off!
Nice.
Duck off!
Colin was the one to get quacking on the damage there, mate. Nice one. Good work.
Hey, I think we all had a duck pun lined up, didn't we?
I didn't.
Which is good because
I know you guys
Thank
well enough
goodness.
to not even bother preparing puns because you'll just get them all in there first.
it's good because that duck was about to take its go. That duck does not get a go. Second duck, however, does get a go. Second duck is going to move in on Rin. These ducks have got a vendetta, and also Rin tastes like toffee apple right now. So the duck comes moving in. Oh, it's only a 14.
That is not a hit.
Oh, you fend off the duck. It's got
Yeah. Take that.
It has 1 attack left with its jaws, -5 on this. That is even worse, a 13. You successfully defend yourself against this ferocious stuffed duck as it attempts to drag you to the ground.
Sounds like a good dish, doesn't it? A ferocious stuffed duck.
Ferocious stuffed duck.
Yeah.
How are we hungry again? We need to stop making ourselves hungry on these podcasts.
Yeah.
Isney, it's you and Precious's go. So just so you know, with Animal Companions, if you want to activate Precious, it's 1 action, and then Precious gets 2 actions. So if you want to use her in combat, that's how you do it.
Okay, that's pretty good. I might do that then.
Pretty
And
good.
is it 2 actions for most spells?
Most of your spells will be 2 actions. A couple will be a single action. A couple of the cantrips might be a single action, but most of them are 2 actions. Precious has an ability called support benefit on that. All animal companions have a support benefit. Basically, as an action, you can order Precious to support you, in which case she will run around under the feet of one of the ducks, or around the feet of one of the ducks. And until the start of your next turn, any time that you hit a creature and deal damage to it, it becomes flat-footed.
Oh, that's good to know.
So, different things you can do.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Precious.
Okay.
So I'll use my 1 action to do that, and she gets 2 actions. Yeah.
Activate!
Craig Charles. Appears.
Good.
So,
I'd like to just send her in to attack one of the ducks.
all right. So you can. There is a duck right by you. So Precious can do that without having to move because there's a duck trying to bite at Rin. So Precious goes straight for it. Go ahead and make an attack roll for Precious.
Okay.
Then.
So she's going to try and bite it with her jaws.
Okay.
Jaws.
+6 to hit.
Yeah. Oh, she got 17. So that's 23.
17. 23 is a hit. Go ahead, roll some damage against the duck.
So it's a D6 plus 2. This is 3 plus 2, so that's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage, nothing to be sniffed at.
And she gets a
bites
second
the-
action, yeah?
She does. She's got another action.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the same attack. So yeah, she'll try and bite it again.
Go on then. You get a -5 to this because it's your
Oh
second
no,
attack.
that's definitely not hit. That was a 7 on the die, so
No good.
-5. Yeah, that's actually just 8.
8 does not do anything, I'm afraid. You managed to get a bite, but the duck is too quick on the second attack. Rin, you finally have a chance to fight back against
All
this
right.
foul enemy.
Okay.
I said I wouldn't pun. I promised myself I wouldn't join in on this.
Rin puts out his little hand and it glows blue, and he picks up just a little sort of stone or a pebble that's nearby. It's like, "You're going to regret this, duck, because I'm a quack shot." And he hurls a telekinetic projectile at the duck that's attacking him. Yeah.
Oh,
It's good. It's good. That's a 23.
a 23 is a hit.
Yes, that is 1d6 plus 4 on this telekinetic projectile. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's a 6 on the die, and that's an extra 4, so that's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. The stone goes straight through the duck's head. It just explodes in a torrent of dust.
Yeah.
Like old taxidermy is gross. Like we've all experienced from having worked in a tourist attraction where they brought a load of taxidermy. There was one time when we were all sat in the green room looking at the newspaper, and there was literally like a story in the Metro, like third page or something, and the story was like, terrible taxidermy museum forced to sell off all of its exhibits, and it was all these pictures of crap taxidermy, and we were all sitting there laughing at it, being like, what idiots bought that? And then a truck pulled up to the tourist attraction and unloaded all of the crap taxidermy that we'd just seen in the newspaper.
Yeah, it's pretty grim.
I was
doing a show, and 2 of the managers were bringing in a stuffed horse into one of the rooms, and because they never noticed when groups were coming in, and a group came in as they were unloading it, and one of the managers took the decision to run, and the other one, who had the back end of the horse, took the decision to stay with the horse. Had to stand there for the entire show just holding the back end of a horse while an audience looked at him in confusion. It's a terrible place, but the duck's dead.
Good.
Consider the bill paid.
That's what we can all. That's what we can all take away from that. Grimnir, it's your go.
Grimnir's
do I
seething
get-
about the bill-based joke that just happened. Because that was going to be my next pun. That was your last
sorry about
action,
that.
James, as you stole my pun.
It wasn't my last action, but I guess it is now. So my last action is to steal your pun. So go on, have a go.
Call that your reaction.
Grimnir just takes her warrior stance, because she's a warrior, apparently, and puts her fists up, and then just spits a gobbet of acid in the nearest duck. It's 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And now that did a full 6 points of acid damage, plus 1 splash. Does that mean it splashes to the nearest enemy?
It does, but there are no other enemies yet left. Unfortunately,
Fine.
that one hasn't acted yet, so that one's not in melee with any of your friends. So it hits everywhere around it. But it takes 6 points of damage, which is real good. So it is covered in acid and starts to sizzle. It has no resistance to acid. It has got some resistances, but acid, nothing. You got, I think, 1 action left. Is that a 2-action
Yeah,
spell?
and I'll just use it to say,
I'll take that as a feather in my cap.
If anything, I'd say that's better than the bill. The joke, not the show. Nothing's better than the bill. Right.
Old school reference there. Old school reference.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-dan. For those of you who've never watched the bill before, don't worry about it.
That was an excellent
In
representation of the theme
America,
tune.
All the Dangerlands
Do worry
in America
about it.
are just really looking
They've got their
confused
bit.
right now.
It was basically our version of
Educate
CSI. So yeah, get on that. You're in for a treat.
It's a lofty way of describing that show.
Lofty was a character on EastEnders. So
Yeah, and Heartbeat is our version of NCIS. You know, that's
anyway,
all cop shows created equal. The duck attacks you. The duck is going after. I don't know. Stupid ducks. The duck's going to go after Simic. It runs in and have you got attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I should have asked this before I made the act.
Yeah.
Then it runs through your threatened square because you've got a polearm to get a free attack on it.
Here we go. Ooh, it's an
duck
18.
Has made a mistake. An 18 hits.
And that is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage is not enough to kill the acidic duck.
Oh.
This is the final duck. This is the one that you insulted. He is determined to avenge his duck brothers. It's a natural 20.
Simic the hero.
Simic takes a critical hit from the duck. Now, are we? Technically, it's not a named duck. I feel we should.
It a backstory.
I don't know if this duck necessarily deserves a critical hit card.
Sure.
But hey, it's a fun. We're having fun, so let's get him one. What even damage does a duck do?
Yeah.
I mean, they bite pretty hard, right?
I think.
Anyone ever been bitten by a duck?
They.
Go on, Candice, tell us your traumatic story of when you got bitten by a duck.
You've known nothing, mate. You want to be bitten by a duck? Tell you what.
I don't actually think I've been bitten by a duck. I have, however, been bitten by geese quite a lot. There's quite a lot of geese that live at the lake near my house, and there's quite a few of them that are quite vicious.
I'm always fighting
Geese are vicious. Yeah, the geese, when they hiss, it's terrifying.
Yeah. Go on then, what's the damage?
Not a fan of geese. All right. Normal damage. You're off balance. Normal damage, and you are flat-footed until your next
like
turn.
A duck.
That could have been a whole lot worse. exactly like a
That's
duck.
what they're doing. They're just going around trying to make people walk like them. That's all they want in life.
And I'm going to roll my free RPG Day die from Bad Moon Cafe from last year. It's not Old Bad Moon. It's a different one that I got. So that is going to be 7 points of damage, and you're flat-footed.
All right.
And then it has one more action left, and it will try and it'll quack away. Oh, they had a gang up ability. They could have just piled onto one of you, but they died too quickly. And that's only a 12. That ain't going to get anything.
Nope.
So it jumps up, it bites you, and somewhere sensitive to which a duck can reach. That is, I will leave the interpretation of it up to you, but it is not fun.
The elbow.
Although you're only 3 feet tall, there's a lot of targets. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this stuffed duck fight has gone into its second round. We come back round to the top. Simic, it is your go.
Well, I'm going to do the same, ain't I, to that duck, what I did to the first duck. Did you see what happened to your brother, duck? Well, it's going to happen to you, duck. Don't duck, because I'm trying to hit you. That's not the best roll. It's 15.
A 15 is not enough to hit the duck.
Okay.
The duck endures.
Okay. Does that count as my power attack?
That was your power attack, so that was 2 actions.
Here we go.
One left.
And that was a natural 1.
Oh no!
Yeah.
A natural 1, you say?
I do say.
With a melee attack. Fuck. Decision paralysis. You are slowed 1 until the end of your next turn. So next round, you will have 1 fewer. You'll only have 2 actions.
Okay.
That could have been. So you're flat-footed and you're slow.
Like a duck.
Like a duck. Like a duck.
You start feeling a weird craving for bread.
If you lay an egg, man, I'm going to kill you. I'm just going to take you out, because no kobold needs to go that way.
I'm a lizard, man. They do that as well.
I'm a lizard, baby.
That is true.
Yeah. You lay an egg. What? What? It's what we do.
No, you're going down. I'm going to burn you. Burn.
All right.
Oh dear,
Bad round.
Isney, it's your go.
on, Precious. Get the bear duck, Precious. Go on, Precious.
Go on, Precious.
Oh, precious.
That was not good. That was an 8 on the die. What was Precious?
I think it's
So
probably
yeah, that
not
was a
enough.
14.
14 ain't gonna do no good.
Okay, she's going to try again. with her
Try it
last
again.
Action with a -5. Oh, it's 16 minus 5. It's 11.
11. No. Oh, this duck. This duck is holding out. You got one action left. Do you want to do anything about the duck?
Yeah. Can I? Is it right next to me?
You'd need to move to get at it, so you need a ranged
In
attack.
that case,
if
can
you
I throw my sharpened trowel at it?
You know what? Go for it. Go ahead. Make an attack with the trowel. I think it is within. I think it has the thrown trait.
It does say thrown. So that's
Nice.
Combat's
ooh,
going well.
That's an 18.
An 18, and you haven't attacked yet. So yeah, that is a hit. Roll yourself some trowel damage.
Right. What is 1d4?
What is this about in this
+1?
show about druids and throwing their melee weapons away? Like Drummond does it first chance he gets.
It's not amazing damage. It's a 1 on the die +1, so it's 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Okay, you hit the duck. The duck just looks at you like, who throws a trowel? As it just kind of bangs off its head. Looks
Isn't
at you in
just shrugs.
disbelief. Rin, you've got to go.
Oh, a duck. Here we go. Here he comes.
I'm going to throw another bit of stone or something like that. So, wee-wah! It's 23.
23, that's a hit.
Sweet. All right. Take some of this.
It's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, and you kill the final duck. You throw another stone, and the duck's head just goes to bits.
You're stuffed, mate.
Defeated.
Again.
You have defeated the final duck, and as you do that, you hear a voice coming from around the court. You have coming from a bit further on. You hear a female voice, a young female voice, saying, "I say, is there anybody there? I thought I heard something. The ducks aren't causing you any trouble, are they? Princess? Princess, would you see who was there?" What would you like to do?
No.
Hey,
We have killed, will we?
We all look around at the stuffed ducks that we have slain, not knowing what the hell, A, what this was, or B, what to do now.
I was feeling quite good about myself about the ducks, but now I'm not feeling so good about the ducks.
Yeah, I sort of feel like we've been shamed.
So we go and talk to her. I mean, I'd quite like
Let's
to be
burn
a
'em.
princess.
Samik just says,
Wait,
"No, they're fine."
There is a creaking of wood coming from a little further ahead of you, behind a large screen that has been erected. And then a figure pokes its head around it. It is a wooden horse. It is a rocking horse. A little taller than a kobold. So kind of, if you imagine the size that a horse would be to a human, it's that sort of size to a kobold. So big for you, not big for a human. It kind of creaks over and just kind of looks at you all from around the corner and says,
Yeah, same to you, mate. Yeah. Hello.
you hear footsteps coming from behind it. And a moment later, another face appears around the corner. This figure is about kobold size. They look, although you've never seen a human, they look sort of human. They look like they have a female face, a girl's face, heavily made up, and their skin appears to be made of porcelain. Their face and their hands are made of porcelain. It has sort of reddish blonde curls that have been stuck into the porcelain and come down in curls all around it, and some of them have fallen out. There is a frayed-looking red bow, and it is wearing a luscious-looking red dress trimmed with fur. It has red lipstick, bright red lipstick, and it has a couple of cracks through the porcelain, through its face. When it speaks, its mouth doesn't move at all. You just hear the sound. And from within its eyes, there is a very faint violet glow. These painted-on eyes that never blink. The figure just looks at you and says, "Oh, hello there. Who are you? Have you come to tea?"
Oh, it's a
Yes.
disgusting looking creature, isn't it?
That's exactly what we've done. We've come for tea. A nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's all we've done.
Yeah.
We
How
are
are you a
wonderful.
princess?
She laughs and it kind of echoes around the room. No, I'm not the princess. My name is Camilla. This is Princess. She gestures to the horse. This is Princess Sunset. She is my faithful steed. Oh, you must come in. And she gestures and turns and goes back around behind the screen. Do you wish to follow her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Seems legit.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty creepy, but you know.
Oh yeah, we're probably gonna die, but let's go and have a look, shall we?
I have no frame of reference for princesses. This must be how they all act. So let us go.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
more
the glow
confused that
bombs.
dragging him on a little wooden horse about for conversation. I mean, the conversation with Edgar was
Question not the ways of the dragon.
Well, I'm just saying, all he said was, I mean, that's not, but what dragon was to sit here listening to that?
Could have been said in a different language or an idiom that you can't understand with feeble kobold ear holes.
Oh, alright, it's no to get personal.
Yeah.
Where are
You,
our ear holes? I never worked it out.
You make your way around.
Oh my god,
the
I don't
screen.
know. I'm looking at the art.
Yeah, I've got it in front of me, I can't see any ear holes.
Where are our ears? Where are our ears?
Maybe they're behind the bony protrusions that are occurring from our heads. Oh,
Where are my
I don't
balls,
know.
Summer? Summer, where are my balls?
Lovely. You make your way around the screen and you step into what looks like a luxurious but shabby-looking bedroom. There is a bed about this right size for a kobold. There are lots of sets of drawers that are all closed and some boxes and things. Piled up on the bed are a number of stuffed animals, which are all just staring at you as you come in with blank expression, blank faces. In the middle of the room, there is a tiny little worn-down wooden table with some chairs around it, on which there is a china tea set, a very small china tea set, sort of kobold sized, set up. Beyond that, there is an enormous door that appears to go somewhere beyond. Camilla totters over to where the table is and sits down on one of the chairs and says, "Oh, please, you must come and visit. It's been so long since anybody came down here. I tell you, they must have simply forgotten about me. I do wonder that sometimes, but of course, who'd just forget about somebody, eh? Who'd just leave somebody down in a basement and not come looking for them?"
How
Do you
long
take,
have you been here for?
Not that long. Not that long. Just since the little prince went away. We used to play together all of the time, and but then one day they took him away. The doctors took him away, and he never came back. And then a little while later they put me down here with all of his things, and I've been waiting for him to come back for, well, I guess it's many years now that I've been down here. Do you take milk? She says, pouring an empty jug over one of the cups.
Have you got any mushroom tea?
What about molasses? Can I have some molasses? This stuff's gone hard.
He holds up his arm. Rin's covered in molasses still.
Do you want to lick my arm?
The horse comes over and licks your arm with its kind of rasping wooden tongue.
Oh, Splinter. Oh, never mind. Go on, carry on.
I don't really
Princess,
take
don't
any.
be silly.
Don't really take any milk because I lactose.
You've got toes. Look, they're there. They're on your feet.
Well, it's out there now. Do you know what I mean? It's out there now.
What we have here is, just getting this clear, is we have someone who is called Camilla, who is not a princess.
Right.
And has been abandoned by their prince, and they're dealing with that. I'm just clear. That's the deal we've got here, right?
We're not saying anything.
Yeah,
I've not said any. All I've done is outline the situation. That's
exactly
all I've done.
What we've done. Yeah.
And her constant companion is a creature with large teeth and and a distinct lack of personality. I mean, I just.
And we're a bunch of lizards, so
So we're the government. Oh my God, are we the Tory party?
Podcast,
us, Tories.
officially David Icke's favourite podcast.
we've done that before, haven't we? Tweet
There's
stories.
There's a subtext that we have not thought about on this adventure. Well, would you like to have tea? Camilla continues pouring just air from this teacup into these empty from the teapot into the empty teacups, and then pushing them around across the table.
Isney would like to go and sit down at the table, and she says, "I notice you're not actually pouring anything. If you have any water, I have some mushrooms, and I could make you a nice mushroom tea if you like. If you have some water that I could have."
She just looks at you and then cocks her head to the side. Says, "What do you mean I'm not pouring anything? We're having
There's
tea."
nothing coming out of the teapot. There's nothing coming out of it. It's just air.
Oh. Well, no, she clearly
Don't you
drinks
like
air
the
tea
tea?
because. No, the tea's all right.
No, she likes tea. We're all
She
having
likes
some tea, and I look over with my eyes really wide as if to say, let's not fucking upset this crazy person.
And Rin
then
looks
I
over.
pretend to drink.
Yeah, and Rin looks over and says,
Yes, we're drinking the tea because she's got no mouth. Look, her mouth doesn't move, so how could she drink tea? Idiot.
and then he pretends to drink some tea.
Isney still looks confused, but she drinks the pretend tea anyway.
Oh, it's a bit hot.
Oh,
Can I
I'm
have a
sorry.
cup of fire?
I wasn't expecting guests. Would you like a biscuit? She takes a little tray at the side that has got some squares of wood on it, and just puts it offers it across to you.
No, I just ate.
Grimnir,
yeah.
who at this point hasn't drank any
Rin
of the
takes
tea,
one and
happily
stuffs it in his
sits
mouth.
back and watches everybody else attempt to.
Rin grabs a biscuit and
Would
eats
you
it.
like a... You take another piece of wood. It is indeed a piece of wood. I think. Can I get a fortitude save to try and eat wood?
Alright, so that's 10 on my fortitude save.
10 on your fortitude save. You just kind of... You just chew this bit of wood, but you can't seem to swallow it. You just can't. You just keep chewing
Can
it
I have some more?
around.
Can I have some more tea, please?
What's wrong with the biscuit? Is there something wrong with the biscuit?
Nice, really nice. It's just a bit crunchy.
I don't think you like the tea. I don't
What?
think you like these biscuits.
No, the tea is lovely. Very nice. What's through that big door over there?
You can't leave, she says.
Oh, no, I don't want to leave.
You've only
I-
just got here.
No, I want to stay for a long time and have conversations with
Well,
you.
you've done it now. I don't. I would like to go.
You want to leave.
Oh, no.
No,
Princess,
not leave.
they
I want to
leave.
go. I want to go. You know, I just want to go.
Camilla begins rising up from her chair, and as she does, she keeps rising as she starts to float up off the ground, as the cups all start to shake and then start to hover off the ground as well. The horse looks at you menacingly, and she says, "You can't leave. You'll never leave. And I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Against
Can I just
the
say that this is
soul-bound
actually
dog.
quite terrifying?
Another floating girl.
I want to be clear. I had nothing. This is in the adventure. This is nothing to do with my.
Yeah.
This addition to the terrifying children genre of our podcast. I'm running this
Mine's
off the book.
An 18.
I got 12 for Rin.
All right.
19 for Grimnir.
All right. Got some good numbers here.
Isney got 11.
Isney got an 11. And Samik, you got a high one. Sorry, what was it again?
It was 18.
An 18. Cool stuff. All right. Grimnir, you are the first to act.
Oh, it's confusing for Grimnir. How do we? But we weren't here to. And the princess. But the princess is surely part of the dragon hierarchy. So she's like, but Camilla is. But Camilla is not a princess.
She's not.
Oh, do I have any idea of what kind of thing she might be? If that's a check,
you can
would that be
spend.
one
You
action?
can spend an action to make a check, recall knowledge check. You can use. It's going to be occult. You could do. Actually, it's a construct, so you could do it. You could use Arcana if you wanted.
Okay, I've got a little bit in Arcana. Let's see what Grimnir knows. It's a 7, so probably nothing, I'd say. Probably a big nothing.
You
not
do
a
not.
lot.
You don't know, I'm afraid. Not with that roll.
I don't know what you are, but you're neither a princess nor a dragon, and your tea is shit! It's shit!
And Grimnir just vaults over the table and tries to cast Harm on a touch on Camilla.
Ooh, very good. All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. You've got to. Actually, I'm not sure you need to. You don't need to make an attack roll with harm. We got pulled up on this when we did it in the group ones. I think it just hits. You just roll damage, and they get a save for half damage. So
yeah, it's a fortitude save.
Fortitude. Okay, go ahead. She's going to make her fortitude save. Going off the bestiary. Oh, it's good. It's an 18 on the die, plus 7.
Yeah,
So
that
it's gonna be
beats
half damage.
that beats my thing. It's only a 1d8, is that right? 1d8 of damage.
It depends how many actions you spend on it. If you spend 2 actions, you have 2 actions left. It's 1d8 plus 8.
And I would have used 1 to get to her, wouldn't I? So that would be...
No, because you could do it at range. So you could do 1 action to recall knowledge, then 2 actions to do a ranged harm.
Cool. Then 2 actions it was. And so is that 2d8 then?
It's 1d8 plus 8.
Thank you. So that's a 12, halved down to 6, I imagine.
Damage down to 6. Still good damage. All right. You blast her with negative energy, and she just kind of crackles and staggers backwards at the blast of it. You have definitely got her attention now. Samik, it is your go.
All right. So, just going to use my power attack. Here we go. That is 16.
16 against her. It's not a hit.
All right.
But she knocks it aside with one of her porcelain arms.
One more action. Let's try and hit her anyway. That's a natural 20 that time, so that's good.
Oh,
hit, isn't it? Is that a critical hit?
That is a critical hit. Let's grab you a card. And it is it's a piercing weapon you've got, isn't it?
That's
it's
correct.
A spear. So it does normal damage, and she takes 2d6 bleed damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But she's immune to bleed.
Of course she is.
So I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give yourself double damage.
All right. Well, that's 8, 10, and 12.
Just do that quick.
That's 20. Oh, no, hang on. 8, 10, and 12. Yeah, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God.
Right in her
I rolled an
porcelain
8.
eye.
It's plus 4. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, so 28.
And then you double it. She She swings around, reaching for you, and you just, as the tea rises up, you just bring the spear smashing down into her face, and the porcelain just cracks and goes everywhere. Light just bursts out from her head, and she just falls to the ground in pieces, having been almost one-shot.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
That would have, even without Scott's damage, that would have one-shotted her.
Wow.
I feel kind of bad for her, to be honest.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
I don't.
She seemed a bit.
Creepy doll is dead. I'm happy.
Nothing wrong with creepy dolls.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
she needed some help, and I think I gave it to her in a really horrible way. But sometimes you just got to do that, haven't you?
We've still
What's
got
the horse
Princess.
doing?
Yeah, we
Princess
still got
Sunset is still in play.
Oh yeah.
still got the
Rin's go
princess.
next. So let's see what Princess Sunset skips her go for this turn, and she just looks in shock at what has just happened, and then looks back at all of you, completely confused. Rin, we'll go to you next. We'll stay in initiative rounds for the moment. What do you want to do?
Well, now you just want to look. We don't want to fight you because you're a princess and you should be with a nice dragon somewhere. Having a nice conversation and that. So why don't you just? There we go. Have a cup of tea.
Can I try and persuade the
Give us a diplomacy check.
a diplomacy check. So my
soothe
diplomacy
the horse.
is quite good.
Should be. You're a bard.
Yeah. Oh, the roll is not, however. Doesn't have any diplomacy on the list.
You're a bard with no diplomacy. I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. It's a free RPG Day adventure.
No, I've got deception, so I guess I could use deception.
Yeah, if you're not intending on.
Well, no,
so
I
you
kind of
can
am.
So yeah, I'd let you use.
Or society.
It's still a plus. It's still a +4 if you're doing it. Society, if you can appeal to her royal lineage. Although diplomacy is still +4.
Or performance.
Performance, yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to try a sort of bardic performance to persuade her with a 13.
A 13. She is.
Yeah.
She seems unmoved by your words. It could still go either way. Let's let Isney jump in. Candice, have you got a way of soothing the savage horse?
Sandpaper.
I mean, possibly.
Nature might help you on this. A survival.
I mean, I know it's a
Woodworking.
horse, but it's a toy, so I don't know if it
True.
would still be affected by.
Do we know that? I mean, I might be asking unfairly if we are aware of such things. I know Simic's got toys.
Right,
So
I'll tell you what
are
I'm
we
going to do
aware-
then. I'm going to cast Read Aura, and that'll tell me if it's a magical item, and if it is, what school of magic it comes from.
Interesting. So in terms of your, you probably are aware of horses, Scott. You're probably have seen toys of them. But okay, let's go ahead with a Read Aura. So you cast Read Aura on the horse, and it is indeed a magical item. It does indeed seem to be magical, but it does seem to be sentient. So you probably should be able to talk with it. It depends how
Okay.
much it is aware that it is a horse.
I do have a score in diplomacy, so I'll try and reason with it.
Now, we don't want any trouble. We just want to go on our way. So if that's all right, if you can just let us go on our way, I'd really appreciate it, please.
All right, give me the diplomacy. I was going to fight a horse.
It's a natural one.
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh no! Right.
back to sandpaper.
The horse is now hostile. You're going to have to put that horse
I'm really
down. We'll
sorry,
go back up.
guys.
Rin, let's jump back in with Rin's go.
Oh well, we tried our best, didn't we?
And I'd hurl a projectile at it.
Alright.
That's been sort of hovering off the table anyway.
Sure.
Oh, goodness me, that's a good roll. That is a 26.
A 26. That is a hit. It's not quite a critical hit, but it is a hit.
Okay. Okay, that's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Very nice. Smash into you. You just pick up the table and just smash it into the side of the horse with your mind, and the horse just kind of rocks backwards and forwards. But it's on rockers, so it comes back at you. You haven't stopped it yet.
And then it goes away
You've got-
again, and then it comes back,
Yeah.
and then it goes away, and it comes back.
You've got an action left. What's it going to be?
Well, no, because I've tried to persuade it. So
That's
lose my
probably your
there?
action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go on. Right, Candice, you can take your go. I'll give you 2 actions. You've used 1 to try and. Oh, you cast Read Aura, so that was
I
that would
did
have been
cast
2
Read
actions.
Aura.
So you got 1 action left.
I have 1 action left. So I'm not sure what I can do. I'm guessing I do have Ray of Frost as a cantrip,
Cool.
but I'm guessing, is that 1 action or 2?
Ray of Frost is 2.
Right, can't do that then.
To the Ray of Frost Master in Velda.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
It's been a while, but
Yeah.
No, I still remember it's 2. Some things you don't forget.
In that case, I would like. Oh, what about Tanglefoot? What's that? Is that 1 or 2?
Tanglefoot, that'll be 2 as well.
Anything good will
Yeah,
be
basically.
2.
2.
Guidance
yeah.
and shield.
Yeah.
They're your ones.
Okay, I'm just gonna get my shield out.
Cool. You put your shield
that's
up.
1
Very
action.
sensible. Grimnir.
I like to step back and use my acid splash. Just gonna vomit some more acid on this horse.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I'm not. It's a 10 to hit.
10, that is a miss. You vomit acid, but unfortunately it just rocks back out of the way.
So I just sort of like dribble it onto my own chin, and then it's like that awkward thing where it's dripping off your own chin, but you don't want to get on your toes, so you got to like hop aside. And just, like,
Oh God, you're having
move away,
a bit
everyone.
of a mare.
Hello.
Alright, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
1 action left.
Nothing really. Like, actually, how far away am I from it?
You are standing about 10 feet from it at the moment.
Yeah, it's not really enough to get into melee. It's fine. I'm just gonna shake my tiny reptilian fist at it in a reptilian draconic rage.
Alright, Samik.
All right. Power attack. Here we go.
Oh,
That's a 20.
Reach weapon. 20's a hit.
Sick. Here we go. 2d10 plus 4. That's a d12. There we go. All right.
This build is basically Fulton if Ross had been able to roll over
Yeah.
3.
17 points of damage. Oh no. Yeah. 17 points of damage.
Holy moly!
Good God. Power attack is brutal.
It's awesome.
It takes 17. It gets some damage reduction because it's an object, which takes it down to 12. It has 12 hit points left. You take the head clean off Princess Sunset. Princess Sunset just rocks backwards and forwards in confusion, and then just comes to a halt amongst the ruined porcelain. You have completely cleared out the tomb, and you have captured its treasures on behalf of the Kobold tribe. But tantalizingly, the door ahead lies there for you with possible further adventures up the great staircase beyond. And I suggest we come back tomorrow and do a little bit of that and find out what is up the stairs for our kobolds. And as you look around, the little glow bugs come wandering in. One of them takes off and flies away from the others. It has abandoned the other beetles, but it's all right because it's got wings. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.